All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Moon Day. Today it is all about cancers. Um, so let's jump right in. This is going to be a general message for cancer. So whatever comes out is the message for spirits. Let's begin. Spirits, what messages do you have for people with cancer placements? What messages do you have for people with cancer placements? What messages do you have for people with cancer placements? Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay, the chariot card. This is really just cancer. The chariot is ruled by cancer, and then this is what we have. So that's pretty cool. Okay, the chariot, the knight of swords, the 10 of wands, the high priestess, the 9 of pentacles, the 4 of swords, the 7 of cups, the king of swords, the tower, and the 2 of swords. So already right off the bat, we have you at the center of the spread with the chariot card. Got that? So back to you, Cancer. So at the center of the spread, you see we have you standing strong, large and tall here with the chariot card. At the bottom of the deck, we have the world card. So I'm definitely seeing that there's a situation. There's something here that you want to take control of, that you want to conquer. Perhaps you've been facing kind of like a lot of obstacles recently, and you're just kind of like tired of it, and you really just want to, like, you're over it. You're tired, you want to overcome it, like you're overwhelming. So let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I have the 4 of wands in reverse. So, maybe like there's some things that haven't really came into fruition like the way that you want it. Things just have been like a little bit, unstable. You've been having like trouble, like, staying consistent or staying like routine. Like you could be kind of like in a rut almost. Let's clarify this Knight of Swords. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So I'm definitely seeing, yeah, just feelings of exhaustion, low energy, lethargy, like, like you've just been feeling like you're just in a rut. Let's see what's overwhelming you here with this 10 of wands. Let's see what's overwhelming you here with the 10 of wands. Let's see what's going on here with the 10 of wands. Yeah, the hermit. I'm seeing here that right now you just feel like you have a bunch of different burdens, like you've been carrying them. And it seems like you've been really thinking about, like, okay, how am I going to get control of my life back? So let's see, spirits, we have another card to clarify the 10 of wands. What's been burdening cancer? What's been burdening cancer? What's been burdening cancer? Okay. Yeah, it seems like you've just been kind of juggling multiple responsibilities all at once. And you're just trying to figure out the best way to do everything all perfectly together at the same time, which is a lot because, at the end of the day, we're only human. Um, let's see, spirits, can we have a card to clarify the high priestess? Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I mean, you've just been like you just feel like you just haven't been showing up for yourself. Um, like you just feel like you haven't been showing up for yourself. And it's funny because if you follow our Twitter page, you'll see that the message there for Cancer was very much similar to what's going on now here. I'm just seeing here that for you, Cancer, you're not showing up for yourself. You haven't been taking care of yourself. You could be like neglecting your needs. Like when it comes trying to stand up for yourself, like maybe you let other people handle it or you let other people make decisions. But then again, it's like if you appoint other people to do it, they don't do it the right way, which is why you feel like you have to do everything because then it just other people like mess up. So let's see here, spirits. Can we have clarification on the Nine of Pentacles? Can we have clarification on the Nine of Pentacles? Can we have clarification on the Nine of Pentacles? Yeah. Yeah, you just kind of want to kind of like reconcile kind of more so like within like yourself that I'm seeing here. Like kind of wanting to find like an inner balance. So I feel like this is kind of like more messages, like what do you call it? Like a dual message. Like for yourself, you want to find an inner balance. I'm seeing also Cancer that you could be also dealing with an air sign as well. So if you're in a relationship, I'm seeing that you could be married or you can be having like a commitment with like an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And it could be as simple as you feel like this person is not holding up their end. Like you feel like, okay, in this relationship, it's unstable and you feel like you're doing everything yourself. Like you're juggling all the responsibilities yourself. Like you feel like maybe this air sign is very argumentative and maybe to get their way they use like brute force. So it's like you can try to communicate with this air sign about, hey, maybe we should do it like this or maybe we should do it this way. But it's just kind of a conflict, a battle. And you're tired of fighting. Honestly, I'm seeing here like you just want to rest. Spirits, can we have clarification on let's see more about this Knight of Swords. Let's see more about this air sign that you're dealing with. Let's see more about this air sign. Yeah, so this is definitely a person that you're in a commitment with, like with this Four of Wands in reverse and the Hierophant. This is somebody that yeah, like I said, like you could be married to, like you're committed to, and that you're having a lot of like patience with. You definitely feel like when it comes to this air sign, like you feel like you have to set like certain boundaries in place so that they don't kind of talk to you anyhow. They don't come to you crazy. Spirits, tell us more about this Knight of Swords. Tell us more about this Knight of Swords. Yeah, I said air sign. We have the King of Swords. And it's funny because we have the King of Swords here and we have the King of Swords here. So this is definitely a person that, is very sharp with their head, sharp with their mind. Like they're just sharp. Like they're very witty, very good. But of course, I feel like the negative side to like an air sign is that at times they can be very manipulative and they can know how to use the manipulation to kind of like get what they want. Um, and just dealing with them or talking to them could just be very exhausting for you, Cancer. Yeah, like definitely just feeling some kind of unhappiness here because I have the 10 of Cups in reverse, Um, like you could be acting kind of like passive aggressive with them, like not exactly speaking up, like kind of like what's on your mind because every time you do try to bring things up, they get like argumentative about it. And it's like, really? Again, why can't we just talk like normal people? So I'm seeing here that you're not one for like conflict or constant conflict or anything. It's very overwhelming to you, which I have here at the Ten of Wands, and you feel like at times it's just better to be like by yourself. Now, I am seeing that there's a great deal of love here that you've been feeling by yourself. I am seeing that you do want to reconcile and you do kind of want things to like be patching up. It's just a matter of, okay, how can you approach this person to kind of set like boundaries and be strong with them. Spirits, can I have clarification on the Four of Swords. Can I have clarification on the Four of Swords? Can I have clarification on the Four of Swords? Okay. Yeah, look, I have like the Chariot card like in reverse. Like you just feel completely defeated, you know? You feel completely defeated, restless, and like you just kind of want to take control. Like, okay, things are unstable, let's work on making it stable again, you know? It's like because you've been pouring so much into this connection, you've been kind of like neglecting into yourself, like neglecting into yourself, I'm sorry, you have been neglecting yourself, like you haven't been pouring back into yourself. um you know, and I'm seeing here that, part of the problem is that like you're so focused and you're so worried on, like you feel like you're walking on eggshells with this person at times. Like I'm seeing like part of the problem is like, okay, like you've just been kind of running to them, like running to their aid, like nurturing them, like whatever they want, you got it. And it's definitely good to be loving and nurturing, but don't forget, Cancer, to love and nurture like on yourself. You know, Spirits, can I have clarification on the Seven of Cups? Can I have clarification on the Seven of Cups? Yeah. Definitely feeling confused about what to do or how to even fix things. Can I have clarification on the Seven of Cups? Can I have clarification on the Seven of Cups? Yeah. Like you just feel like this person can be very manipulative. Like at times, like you can try to have a conversation with them, and then like they'll bring out something completely different that has nothing to do with the situation, but it's just kind of like a form of like redirection, and it sucks, and it's definitely overwhelming you. Can we have clarification on the King of Swords? Can we have clarification on the King of Swords? The King of Swords. Yeah, the Fool card in reverse. Like you feel like this person, this air sign that you're dealing with, like they can be very like childlike, like they can be very like immature. Like you feel like they don't have like the necessary like people skills or the social skills to like effectively communicate or like deal with problems. Like whenever there's a problem, like they'll blow up, and it's just like, wait, hold up, it's not that serious, let's talk it out, you know. Like it's like you don't want that no more. So spirits, can we have clarification on the Tower? Can we have clarification on the Tower? Can we have clarification on the Tower? Yeah, like definitely it has just been arguments, like just arguments, misunderstandings. Like it hasn't been fun. And because like you're stressed, I mean, I'm seeing, Cancer, that some of you can be kind of like emotional eaters, or like you can like overindulge in something where it's like, okay, you know what? Like F this, I'm going to go eat my favorite snack. For me, I feel like key lime pie. I don't know what your favorite snack is. Maybe you can comment and say what your favorite snack is, Cancer. But I love snacks. Who doesn't? But back to this. Um, like it's just been kind of very stressful. And usually you're very well put together, Cancer, but like this has just been like throwing you off. So, spirits, can I have clarification on the Two of Swords? Can I have clarification on the Two of Swords? Can I have clarification on the Two of Swords? Yeah, like inadequate social skills, overreacting, very unrealistic about things. Maybe they can place certain unrealistic expectations on you, like you feel like they do. And you just kind of have like want to have like a conversation about it, like you feel like you're like, for one, like when it comes to like yourself, you've been neglecting yourself, like you feel like you're stagnant, like you're in a rut, oh my god, a rut, like you want things to be like moving forward for you. And then when it comes to like this connection with this person, like you just feel like the connection's like not going anywhere. Like at times, like you feel like you can do a lot better. I have the bottom of the spread, I have the world card. And you feel like you can elevate or graduate to somebody like much better, you know? And like it could be like minor things that they'll like argue about, like misunderstanding, like, hey, why don't we do the dishes? Like, or hey, on this night I'll cook, the next night you're like cooking. Like it could just be like not sharing like responsibilities or just like not like miscommunicating. Like it's like, oh, I thought you said this. And then it turns into a whole argument about who said he said. And it's very exhausting and very draining, you know. So you're not really quite not sure what to do with this air sign. You know, it could be like, you know, for some people it'd be like, okay, like maybe you guys have to share like resources if you like live together. Like maybe like, okay, we have to share the car. Like, okay, on this day I get the car, and then this day you get the car. It's just kind of conflict, and you're tired of the BS, you're tired of the conflict. You're tired of the cornflakes. um, so yeah, let's see now. Um, I feel like maybe like let's see like what their true intention is towards you. So I feel like that's kind of like a way to like start. You know, I feel like I'm excited to see like what is this person's true intention. Let's be nosy. Like, what is this air sign's true intention? Because to be constantly dealing like this when you get home is kind of very not good. Okay, so let's jump in to see like what the true intentions of this air sign is towards you. So spirits, what is the true intentions of this air sign towards Cancer? What is this air sign's true intentions towards Cancer? What is this air sign's true intentions towards Cancer? What is this air sign's true intention towards Cancer? What is this air sign's? Okay, so I have the Strength card. I have the Four of Wands. And I have the Ten of Pentacles. So I'm definitely seeing here that this air sign, there is a lot of love and they do see a future with you. You know, they want you to be like patient with them. So let's clarify the Strength card. Spirits, can we have clarification on the Strength card? We have clarification on the Strength card. We have clarification on the Strength card. Okay, yeah. So they want you to have like patience with them when it comes to their communication skills. You know, it's something that like they know that they need to like work on. Definitely. You think like them being an air sign that they would have great communication skills, but they do not. Can I have clarification on the Four of Wands? Okay, the High Priestess. Yeah. It's like when they're with you, they feel like at peace. Like they feel like they're at their best when they're with you. Like when they're with you, they feel like they have like a stronger, like intuitive part. Like they just feel like together you guys are unstoppable. So the love and the stability and the union, it's there. What about the Ten of Pentacles? Tell us about this Ten of Pentacles. What about this Ten of Pentacles? The King of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm seeing it's like they know that they have to make some changes to keep you Cancer. They know that, you know, when it comes to trying to communicate with you, like it can't be their way or the highway all the time. And I'm seeing that this is something that they know like intuitively. You know, like intuitively they know that they are a part of the problem. All right, spirits. What do you have to say about this air sign when it comes to Cancer? What do you have to say about this air sign when it comes to Cancer? What do you have to say about this air sign when it comes to Cancer? Tired of drama, yeah. So they don't like the conflict either. You know, like they do want things to be calming down. Total drama action. So I have tired of drama, total drama and action. So it's like they're tired of the conflict, but yet they're causing the conflict. Okay. Um, let's give us one more card about this air sign. Let's Give us one more card about this. Running away. Yeah, it's like they'll cause the conflict, but then it's like they'll run away from it. It's like they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to deal with the communication and stuff that they need to do. So let's do this. What more? What more do you want to tell us about this air sign, spirits? What more do you want to tell us about this air sign? Oh, okay, let's see what this came out to be. Yeah, it just calls them childish and immature. Like they'll start the problem and then they run away from the problem. It's like they're in and out, hot and cold. It's like they cause the quarrels, but then they leave from the quarrel. Um, you know, you know, Dealing with an air sign is, we love them. We love them to an extent. Hey, we love them to an extent. So now let's do the total outcome, Cancer. Like what you should do. Spirits. So what is the total outcome that Cancer should do when it comes to dealing with their air sign? What messages do you have for Cancer? Okay. So I have the Page of Pentacles. I have the Eight of Cups. I have the Lovers card. Oh, Gemini. I have the Three of Pentacles. And I have the Sun card. Okay. So I do see here that it is a really good outcome between you and your person, you and this air sign, Cancer. I even have the Ace of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. I am seeing, I guess, to try to reconcile it because they love you and you still love them. But there definitely needs to be some work, like some communication things that need to be going on. Maybe instead of trying to talk to them, maybe for some air signs, it might be better to write a letter or maybe to type something up explaining how you're feeling, or maybe to send them like a text message of how you're feeling to kind of just like explain, like, hey, I love you, the love is there, but we need to work on this issue so that things can be balanced. Let's see, Spirit, tell us more about this Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so you see, I have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and then I have the Judgment card in reverse, and then I have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah. So it's like, I know, Cancer, that it is so easy to, like, when they go low, you go lower, but don't do that. Don't do that. Be the bigger person. It can be so easy to want to like get even when you guys get into conflict, but don't do that. I'm seeing here that it's really advisable to, like, okay, to work on things. All right, maybe trying to talk is a little bit difficult, but maybe trying to like write a letter about what you're feeling, to write and say, hey, this is what I feel, this is how I'm feeling, and this is why. Because I'm seeing intuitively that this air sign is understanding that there's an issue. Like they're tired of the conflict. They don't want it. So in this letter, you should state like, okay, these are my boundaries. This is what I want and this is what I don't want, Like write it for them in a logical way. But when you write the letter or you do this, to be as impartial like and fair as possible. I would also recommend like marriage counseling as well. That's another means. I'm just seeing like trying to strengthen the communication. Like even now as I'm talking, I just feel like my throat. I just feel like something going on with my throat. Definitely communication. Spirits, can I have clarification on the Eight of Cups? Yeah, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, express to them that, it just really honestly express how you're feeling. Like Cancer, I understand that at times, like when something like that is like going on, you can be very passive aggressive. Like you can be passive aggressive, and you may even try to like, what do you say? Like you can, you know how you are, Cancer, like making slick comments or passive aggressive, the cold shoulder, the whole 9 yards. You know what you do. So, try to calm down, because you get a lot more with sweetness than you do bitterness. Try to calm down for them. Try to calm down for them. Try to calm down for them. Okay. I have the Ace of Swords. Yeah. Like tell them, be completely honest with how you're feeling. Like if they want this to work out, you gotta find a way. You gotta tell them, hey, like we need to make a decision. Are we in this or are we not? Are you in it with me or are you not? Like tell them, like, hey, if you're in it and you're most likely are going to be in it, yeah, having a meeting. You saw that how that flips. The Three of Cups is here. So yeah, having a meeting definitely, but a civil meeting. Like, hey, if we want things to be stable, then this is kind of what we have to do. And then I have the Sun card, and the Sun card is like the happiest that card in the deck. So I do see you guys reconciling. I do see you guys reconciling. I do see things getting better for you guys. But just be patient, Cancer. Try not to crash out. If you guys can, definitely getting some kind of marriage counseling getting in. Um, you know, Finding different ways or different forms of communication. Definitely a trick that I recommend is like if you feel yourself getting angry and saying things out of anger, calm down, let the anger pass, and then try approaching them. Because when both of you guys are yelling, the message of what the real problem is not going to get across. Um, and you just want to let go of the burdens. I'm seeing like as soon as you can communicate effectively and you find a different form to get your point across, and they learn better, like kind of how to like do it. I'm seeing that things will like get better. And again, I couldn't even recommend like marriage counseling enough. Like somebody like going to see somebody, sitting all both down and trying to work out your differences. But that's all I have for you today, Cancer. I'll see you again next week, same time, Moon Day, Monday. And I hope you guys have a pleasant week. Don't crash out. Okay, don't crash out. So, Cancers, I love you all. Bye bye.